city of Boynton Beach, 134th anniversary of Greater St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church. Whereas Greater St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church, founded on February the 5th, 1892, has the historic distinction of being the first church established in Boynton Beach, Florida, serving as the cornerstone of faith, community, and resilience for the city's earliest African-American settlers. And whereas the church began through the dedication and spiritual leadership of Robert E. Wells and Elizabeth Wells, who opened their doors to host the first worship service, laying the foundation for a congregation that would grow to become a vital institution in Boynton Beach. And whereas throughout its long and distinctive history, Greater St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church has stood as a beacon of hope, advocacy, and service, embodying the African Methodist Episcopal tradition of linking faith with social justice and community uplift. And whereas the pastor and members of Greater St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church in September 1896 played a pivotal role in the advancing educational opportunities for African American children by petitioning Dade County School Board to establish a school and a teacher that would meet the needs of the community. And whereas because of their unwavering commitment to educational equality and social action, Boynton Elementary School, Boynton Colored Elementary, which became Ponciano School, was established, making a transformative movement in the history of Boynton Beach and expanding access to learning for generations of students. And whereas the original church building was erected in 1907 and located on the northeast corner of Boynton Beach Boulevard and US 1. In 1925, the church was forced to relocate due to a city segregation ordinance. The city was moved to a site on Wells Avenue, and in 1928, the structure was destroyed by a hurricane. And in 1929, a new white wall frame building with a bell was erected. And in 1957, the church was built at its current location, 315 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. This site is across the street from the former 1929 building. And whereas Greater St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church remains relevant and helping our community through evangelism, philanthropy, and community outreach. And whereas Greater St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church has nurtured and shaped numerous leaders, including the 130th elected and consecrated bishop of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, Bishop John Frank White, who grew up within this congregation and went on to serve the African Methodist Episcopal Church with distinction, caring for the values instilled in him by this historic church. And now, therefore, the city of Boynton Beach, Florida, does hereby proudly recognize and honor Greater St. Paul African Methodist Episcopal Church for its historic significance, its enduring commitments to justice and education, and its invaluable contributions to the cultural, spiritual, and civic fiber of our city. Presented this 23rd day of March 2026 at Boynton Beach, Florida, in celebration of its 134th year legacy and in gratitude for his continued service to the people of Boynton Beach.
going down?
We go down.
Want me to go? No.
Come on around. Let's get across. Some on that side. Ricky, you stand in the middle here. Even it off on both sides. That's right. Come on. Come on the other side. Come on the other side. Okay, are we all here now?
All right, good evening. That was good history there, right? On behalf of our pastor, Reverend Dr. Lee Harvey Sapp, and the Greater St. Paul AME church family, we would like to sincerely say thank you for this special proclamation and for recognizing our church as one of the first established churches here in Boynton Beach. We are honored and proud to celebrate 134 years of faithful service, community impact, and spiritual leadership. Thank you for acknowledging our legacy and continued commitment to the city of Boynton Beach. Thank you.
The proclamation and Vice Mayor Hay will be